All right, I think we're on. Good afternoon, everybody from the controller scopes. Once again, welcome to another VATSIM live ATC session with me, Captain Nabs, and yeah, welcome back to Toronto Centre as always. Not as always, but as frequently flown. I do like Toronto. It is my home FIR. I do have to put in a certain number of hours every quarter, and I'm falling a little bit behind, so I've got to definitely put some time into it. So welcome to another live stream here. And we got a couple of airplanes flying around. We just logged on. Nobody's talking to me yet, but hopefully any second now these guys will start actually perking up for the fact that we are online here. And we're going to be online for a couple of hours here. So yeah, let's see what do we got here. We got Ottawa deliveries. We got an Ottawa ATIS, so that's fantastic. In which case, I should probably make sure I do have my... oh, that's why. My audio did not connect. It was connected, or at least I thought it was connected. I thought I tapped connect anyways, and it did not connect. So let's try that again. Let's see here. I'm going to do that for now. And let's just get the Ottawa ATIS as well. And
259 with you at flight level 310.
Air Canada 259, Toronto, hello, squawk, ident, please.
Squawk on ident, Air Canada 259.
Air Canada 443, hello, with you, flight level 300.
Turn that down a little bit as well. Air Canada 259 Heavy, thank you. You're identified at flight level 310. The Toronto information is hotel runway 06 right for arrival.
Second flight, arrival on runway Air Canada 259.
Air Canada 259 Heavy, it's arrival runway 06 right. When ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, descending to flight level 240 and runway it's 06.
Air Canada 259 runway 06 right.
06 right, Air Canada 259 service.
Air Canada 443 Toronto, hello, squawk ident, and say the altitude again.
Squawk on ident, and we're at flight level 300, Air Canada 443.
And Toronto Center, hello, Air Canada 921 with you at flight level 360.
Air Canada 443, you're identified at flight level 300. The Toronto information is hotel. Runway is 06 right for arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240.
Information hotel, runway 06 right, descent flight level 240, Air Canada 443.
Air Canada 921, Toronto, good afternoon, squawk ident.
Ident Air Canada 921.
Air Canada 921, thank you very much. You're identified at flight level 360. Welcome. And Aviation Central 1234, good afternoon. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just going to see what we can do here to get some stuff working for me here.
Toronto Center Husky 2 climbing through 6,000 for flight level 240.
Husky 2 Toronto, good afternoon. Squawk code 0523.
0523 Husky 2.
Husky 2 Toronto, thank you very much. Identified at 7,000. Continue climb flight level 240. And let's see here. Are you direct to Zurich?
That is 8 firm, and yeah, we'll continue our climb up to flight level 240 Husky 2.
Husky 2, thank you. Air Canada 443, descend 11,000. The Toronto altimeter is 3009er.
Descend 11,000, altimeter 3009, Air Canada 443.
Air Canada 259er heavy, descend 7,000.
7,000 Air Canada 259.
Air Canada 259, thank you. And the altimeter for you again, 3009er.
Altimeter 3009, Air Canada 259.
Roger. All right, so we've got somebody inbound to London, so I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about popping up an ATIS in London. First thing I'm going to do is go to the Nav Canada Spaces website and see if the actual ATIS exists, and it does. So we're just going to copy and paste from what they actually have. So it's runway 15, approach RNAV Zulu or Yankee or ILS 15, or Yankee or ILS 15, landing and departing by 15. Have requested approach on initial contact. Save, connect, November. There we go. All right. We got a few airplanes around. We got a guy in North Bay who's going to Toronto as well. So
Toronto Center Golf Kilo India Delta radio check.
Golf Kilo India Delta Toronto, reach 5.
Thank you.
All right, let's see here. 788 Delta Charlie. I don't care what runway he uses so much. Amoeba Vibly 6 for King Air 350. That's good. All right. Looks like we got Minneapolis Center online adjacent.
Toronto Center Golf Kilo India Delta looking for VFR to Billy Bishop. I'm a type SR22. That's Sierra Romeo 22.
Golf Kilo India Delta, where are you right now?
London.
Golf Kilo India Delta, stand by. All right, let's just get some information up here for London, at least a, let's see here, at least an airport diagram. I do have information November, and let's see if he's filed a flight plan at all. He has not. All right. All right, Charlie Golf Kilo India Delta Toronto. Departing London, destination city. What's your proposed altitude?
Let's make it 3,500.
And just to confirm, for Kilo India Delta, you are VFR, you said, correct?
Affirm.
Kilo India Delta, I'm just putting the details in the system. I'll be right back. All right, Golf Kilo India Delta. We've got information November in London. It's runway 15 for departures. Squawk code 1202.
Okay, I have November, runway 15, squawk 1202 for Kilo India Delta.
Kilo India Delta, thank you. Are you ready to taxi now?
Sorry, Sam.
And Husky 2, you can proceed direct destination.
All right, we'll proceed direct London, Husky 2.
And Husky 2, it's information November in London. Runway 15, the approach of your choice. When you get a chance, just let me know what you're planning.
We're planning the ILS approach and, yeah, Husky 2.
And Husky 2, roger, you plan the ILS 15.
All right, we'll plan the ILS 15, Husky 2.
All right, make sure we got some stuff up there. Get my charts ready to go here as well, just so I know. It's all about being prepared in advance. And I can see on here, I've already got an extended center line for runway 15 that goes like 10 miles back from the field, so I got something
Good
effective.
afternoon. November 788 Delta Charlie on the ground in North Bay, looking for IFR clearance to Toronto Pearson, please.
November 788 Delta Charlie Toronto, good day. The winds in North Bay showing 110 at 7, altimeter 3009er. What runway are you planning for departure?
Planning runway 088 Delta Charlie.
November 788 Delta Charlie Toronto, you're cleared to the Toronto Pearson Airport via the North Bay 2 departure and your flight plan route. Departure runway 08, squawk code 0575.
Clear to Toronto Pearson, North Bay 2 departure, flight plan route, runway 08, squawk 0575, 8 Delta Charlie.
8 Delta Charlie, that readback is correct. The let's see here. And your clearance is valid now, canceled if not airborne by, we'll call it 2125 Zulu.
2125 Zulu, 8 Delta Charlie. We're ready to go now, so we'll be on our way.
November 788 Delta Charlie, Roger. Your readback is all correct. Give me a call this frequency airborne. You can switch to Unicom for the departure.
Over to Unicom and call you when airborne. Thanks, 8 Delta Charlie.
Air Canada 259er Heavy, descend 3000.
3000, Canada 259.
And Toronto Center Kilo India Delta is back, sorry about
No problem. Kilo India Delta, you ready, taxi?
that. Hey,
Kilo India Delta, thank you. Runway 15, information November, altimeter 3007. Taxi Bravo Golf, cross runway 09er.
Bravo Golf Cross 09er, sorry about that.
No problem. He didn't read back his call sign. I'm not going to step on it too much here. Oh, I've got the wrong terminal view up here. Haha, I didn't even notice. Let's see here. I should have this one, right? Is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. See, and for some reason they're in a weird order. So let me close that. Let me close that. That's what I'm looking for. And Air Canada 259er vectors to lose altitude. Fly heading 150.
Flying 15, say again?
Yeah, Air Canada 259er, fly heading 150.
150, Canada 259.
Just going to give him a short vector to lose altitude because he's about to intercept the localizer at 20 miles final at 14,000 feet. And that's just not going to work. Where's my remote here? Unfortunately, I am getting over just a little bit of an illness. I was a little bit sick for just a couple days, but it's just got this little lingering cough that it's just been hanging around for about a week now. And so if I cough on stream, I'm going to apologize in advance. It's not intentional. I really, really hate when I do that, and I'll try to mute it every single time that happens. I just find that the lighting in here is also terrible, which is often the case. I'm not in any kind of a studio or anything. So let me just see if I can do something to maybe improve the lighting here. Hopefully this doesn't make any god-awful sounds, but let's see if I can, because there is a lamp here, but it's not really anywhere close to where I am, so it's kind of on the other end of this desk. What if I move it so it's a little more in front of me? Ah, that's much better. Wow, such a simple solution, and that definitely made the lighting a lot better. Air Canada 259er Heavy, turn left heading 330.
Left 330, Canada 259.
All right, and then he's coming in there. Air Canada 443 Toronto, descend 8,000.
Send 8,000, Air Canada 443.
All right. Kilo India Delta hasn't started moving yet. That's okay, because I got nobody else on the ground in London, so if he takes his time, that's fine by me. But that definitely looks a lot better. Just you can actually see my face. I'm not just a dark shadow. I'm not just a silhouette of some guy who wants to remain anonymous on the internet. But I don't have much control over my over my environment when I'm streaming most of the time. I'm in places where it's not my home. It's not a place where I can control the light level or anything. So I'm just relying upon the light sources that are available and their location. And oftentimes I am kind of like railroaded into a certain position. I mean, the reason I keep looking up at this screen is because I've got this second screen right up here. It's kind of at an awkward angle. It's up here, but that's why I keep looking way over there. So I've got my stream running over there. The ATC is directly in front of my face, so most of the time I'm going to be staring at it and hopefully making eye contact with the camera more often than not. But I do also look to the side to see what's going on the stream to make sure that I am actually sending out data to see who's chatting, if anybody's got any questions or comments about everything. Yeah. All right, yeah, that was definitely far enough. It takes a long time to make these turns here, too. Let's see how he lines up here, because on this 330 heading, he's making a really wide turn. He's doing 250 knots still. That's the reason why he's making a really wide turn. Air Canada 259er, fly heading 300.
300, Air Canada 259.
Just bring him back a little bit wider onto the base, give him a little bit more room to altitude, also a little bit more room for me to kind of just maneuver him and turn him onto final. All right, and I was also trying to look into this guy's approaches here, and I got distracted from that. So I'm just going to pull up the London approach chart because I don't think there's any base legs in London. It's all vectors, right? Oh no, there is a waypoint now. And correction, Husky 2. Did you want to join the ILS via Alexi, or did you want a vector?
Stand by for Husky 2. Yeah, we can take Alexi for the ILS 1-5 for Husky 2.
Husky 2, proceed direct to Alexi, and when ready, descend 8,000 on London altimeter 3006.
All right, direct to Alexi and one ready to send, I believe, 8,000, Husky 2.
Husky 2, that's correct. Now he's about 5,000. Now he's going to be okay. Air Canada 259er heavy. Turn right heading 030 to intercept. Cleared the ILS 06 right.
030 right. Air Canada 259 again for the approach.
Air Canada 259 affirmative. You're cleared for the ILS 06 right.
Clear for the approach, ILS 06 right, Air Canada 259.
Hayden, UK, good evening. Nice to see you. Okay. And I did such a good job getting this guy kind of just to a good altitude here. I may have widened him out further than I needed to. But if you just make this turn quickly, he's going to miss the ILS here in a second. Hopefully he's armed the localizer now. And it'll just crank his 330 right on over. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's just see what Kilo India Delta's doing here for a second. He's starting to taxi. Good, 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 good. And Air Canada 259, if you don't have the localizer captured, right turn 090 to intercept. I think he is, yeah, he's making the turn. Okay. It did capture. You kind of, the biggest problem with doing this on VATSIM is you're kind of dependent on pilots kind of reacting within a certain time frame, which is not necessarily always realistic. If pilots are not the most skilled in an airplane.
290, you said Air Canada 259. I don't have the localizer.
Air Canada 259, fly that heading, you're going to intercept in about 1 mile. All right, I think he's doing it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good, he's got it. And Air Canada 443 is going the wrong way, but that's okay. We'll make do. It's not his fault that Phoenix is poorly programmed. I don't understand why Phoenix is. This is one of there's not a lot wrong with Phoenix, but this is one of those glaring oversights. Is when you change the arrival, the transition's supposed to change, and it doesn't. Air Canada 259 Toronto, thank you. The winds in Toronto 120 at 8, clear to land, runway 06 right.
Clear to land 06 right, Air Canada 259.
So I feel bad for calling these guys out because they hit reprogram. They do what they're supposed to do, and the airplane
From
doesn't.
Center, November 788 Delta Charlie off runway 08 North Bay, 3,700 for 5,000.
November 788 Delta Charlie Toronto, climb 10,000, squawk ident.
10,000 squawk ident, 8 Delta Charlie.
November 788 Delta Charlie, thank you very much. You are identified. Proceed direct Amoeba on course and climb flight level 260.
Amoeba on course up to 260, 8 Delta Charlie.
And it's funny because I made the comments in the Discord a little while ago.
Kilo India Delta short of 15, ready for departure.
Kilo India Delta Toronto. Left turn out is approved. Report clearing the zone to the east. The London winds 150 at 9er. Clear for takeoff, runway 15.
Left hand turn out, report clearing the zone on the east side. Clear for takeoff, runway 15.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring this up again to see if any more comments were made because I made some comments in their Discord about the fact that this is one of the few glaring oversights of the whole Phoenix program. It's just this inability of the airplane to change transitions when it's supposed to change transitions. If you change the runway, it's supposed to change the transition to match it automatically without you having to go and reset the arrival and say load a different arrival and load it back. And you can force it in, but yeah.
Air Canada 443, Christopher, to descend 6,000.
Air Canada 443 to send 4,000.
4,000, Air Canada 443.
And Air Canada 259, welcome to Toronto. Convenient left turn, cross runway 24 right, and then say parking.
Exiting runway and crossing 24 right, Canada parking, Canada 259.
In Toronto, Nikhil, India Delta. Upon clearing the zone, we'd like to go back in for some circuits first.
Okay, Kilo India Delta, roger. Then you can remain on my frequency. You want to go all the way to the control zone boundary before you turn back in?
Yeah, I'll go all the way out and then come back in for some circuits.
Kilo India Delta, roger. That's approved. And when you turn back inbound, you can join a left downwind for runway.
Left downwind 15, Kilo India Delta.
Air Canada 443, turn left heading 150 to send 3,000.
Left heading 150, descend 3,000, Air Canada 443.
Husky 2 to send 4,000.
Descend 4,000, Husky 2.
Seems like an odd transition anyways, but let's pull up another charts view here. All right, let's see here. let's bring up a new charts page here, and let's just make sure because
And Toronto Center with request Kilo India Delta.
Kilo India Delta, go ahead.
I'd like to do a low and over for 27 and come around for a touch and go 15 if possible.
And Kilo India Delta, that's approved. Join a straight in final for runway.
Straight in 27.
All right, let's see here. We've got. I just want to see the stars for Detroit.
Canada 443, we were established on the localizer.
Air Canada 443, thank you. All right, trying to do multiple things at once is not working for me here. This guy is way off course. I think he's going to Goose. I feel like he's going to Goose. I feel like he missed some waypoints. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's going to Goose. Air Canada 443, you are cleared the ILS runway 06, right?
Cleared ILS 06 right, Air Canada 443.
Kilo India Delta, you're cleared low and over runway 27. The wind's 170 at Niner. On the go, join a right downwind runway 15. Air Canada 921 Toronto, you leave my airspace to the south. Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Say again for Air Canada 9021.
Air Canada 921, leave my airspace to the south. Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Lead to the south, Air Canada 9021.
Kilo India Delta, the London winds 170 at Niner. Cleared the low and over runway 27. On the go, join the right downwind runway 15. Kilo India Delta Toronto, did you copy?
Kilo India Delta.
All right. I guess maybe he copied. All right, let me go back to, let's see here, 3,000 and above. $2 also 3,000 above, so that's fine. I can clear up the approach. Husky 2, you're cleared London Airport, ILS runway 15, Alexi transition.
Cleared London via Alexi into the ILS 15. Husky 2.
Air Canada 443, Toronto wind 080 at 10, you're cleared to land, runway 06 right.
Cleared to land 06 right, Air Canada 443.
All right. Well, it's Sunday. It's about 5:30 p.m. in Toronto, so I'm hoping that as the day goes on, this is going to make the it's going to get to be interesting here. Hopefully, we'll get quite a few departures. It looks like we kicked up even just a few people as soon as we got logged on here. I should probably throw up some more ATISes if I get a chance now. So just got to keep an eye on this guy here.
Kilo India Delta, we're going to be joining the right downwind for 15.
Kilo India Delta, thank you. That was the instruction. And your number 1 for runway 15, you said it's a touch and go?
Affirm.
Kilo India Delta, roger. I know you're staying in the circuit again after this one?
We're going to keep going for circuit.
Kilo India Delta, roger. Number 1, let's see here. The winds are 170 at Niner. You're cleared for the touch and go runway 15.
Clear touch and go 15.
All right. I feel like London should be left-hand circuits. But let's just check, shall we? London. Right-hand circuit's 33 and 9. Yep. Kilo India Delta on the go. Please make it a left-hand circuit.
On the left-hand side, Kilo India Delta.
All right, we're going to have to sequence a 310 and an SR22. Fun times. James has skill. I'm thinking about getting on XU. All right, well, if you want to, it's up to you. Definitely interesting for the
Toronto
moment
Centre,
anyways.
good afternoon. Air Canada 1540 with you at 35,000 feet.
Air Canada 1540, Toronto, good day. Squawk it in, please. I'm imagining it's this guy scrolling into view here. That's him. There we go. Air Canada 1540 Toronto, thank you very much. Identified flight level 350. Toronto information is India. Runway 06 right for arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240.
Roger that, Toronto Centre. We've got India, and when we're ready, we're going to descend flight level 250. Air Canada 1540.
Air Canada 1540, close flight level 240 for now.
Apologies, 240 Air Canada 1540.
No problem. All right, so where else can we put up an ATIS? Anywhere else? Okay, first of all, let's check and see if there's anybody else using an airport. Looks like City Center. I mean, Kilo India Delta is supposed to go to City Center, so why don't we throw up an ATIS there? So let's see here if I have a City Center ATIS in the real world. I do. Hello. This makes life so much easier because I don't even have to look at the winds or think about things. I just simply throw up what the real world is doing. Zulu or Yankee or 08. And that's information Lima. I think it's nice is that it's not all they're not all starting out at Alpha, which is also great. Kilo India Delta Toronto, you're number 1 to a 310, turning about a 10-mile final, so keep it reasonably tight. The winds are 170 at Niner. You're cleared the touch and go runway 15.
Touch and go 15, Kilo India Delta, thank you.
Husky 2, you're number 2 to a Cirrus in the left downwind, and if you just start bringing the speed back, I think that the spacing is going to work out just fine.
All right, number 2, Husky 2.
And the traffic's just turning onto the left base now, about a mile.
Roger, Husky 2.
Air Canada 1540, continue to descend 7,000, Toronto altimeter 3009er.
Continue descending 7,000, altimeter 3009er, Air Canada 1540.
Air Canada 443, we just vacated runway 06 right by Delta 5. Just want to make sure it's cleared to cross runway 06 left.
Air Canada 443, cross runway 06 left. Where are you parking?
We're going to look for Terminal 1. Any gates near 126 would work for us, Air Canada 443.
All right, Air Canada 443, 126 is open and available. So cross runway 06 left, taxi Delta Alpha Alpha Kilo.
All right, thank you. We'll taxi to runway, or apologies, gate 126, crossing runway 06 left, Delta Alpha Alpha Quebec, Air Canada 443.
Air Canada 443, very close. You won't find an Alpha Quebec, but the last one is Alpha Kilo.
Alpha Kilo, correction, Air Canada 443.
No problem. All right, where did Kilo India Delta go? Did he... Huh, interesting. He seems to have vanished. Kilo India Delta Toronto, you still there? And Husky 2, the traffic seems to have vanished into the Bermuda Triangle, so the wind's 18010, you're clear to land, runway 15. Husky 2, cleared to land, runway 15.
Call in 15, Husky 2.
Seems to be gone, but I got a departure now out of Toronto. Let's see here. Deadkey 5, Rackham Tops, that all sounds good. Nixo, Nat Crossing. Deadkey 5, Rackham. 370 is a good altitude. He's all good to go. All right. Well, if you're gonna get on, feel free. I mean, lots of stuff going on here. I don't see. Try to keep. I'm getting too cluttered here. All right, so I got 3 ATISs up and running now. I got London City, Pearson. Anybody want to take a guess on what my final ATIS should be, or should I just leave it blank for now and react to what the traffic does here? I'm kind of on the fence about that. That's probably enough. Kind of on the fence about that, about whether I should, whether I should put up another ATIS to track people, or if I should wait to see where people go to and then put the ATIS up there. Although somebody just popped on in Oshawa, so good call by me to just sort of wait and see. Oshawa, information Lima as well. Let's see here. They're doing runway 12. Let's get Oshawa information up there. Runway 12. Approach RNAV. Runway 12. Landing at departing. Runway 12. Lima.
Toronto Center, Spirit Wings 445, flight level 380, 26 miles west of the Dunkirk VOR with you.
Spirit Wings, that was 445.
Affirmative.
And Spirit Wings 445 Toronto. Just looking at your current route, you're going to remain clear of my airspace unless you are going to be deviating to the north. You can remain on Unicom.
Copies, Spirit Wings 445, thanks.
Thanks for checking. Husky 2, welcome to London. Turn right at the end and taxi golf to the apron of your choice, and have a great day.
Alright, we'll exit at the end on the Gulf, and we'd actually like to cancel our IFR flight plan and taxi back to the active runway for some circuits, if that's alright.
Husky 2, that is approved. You can keep this code for now, and taxi golf, cross runway 09er, hold short 15.
Alright, taxi Golf cross 09 and hold short 15, Husky 2.
All right, so I got a VFR departure out of Pearson now. So I got an IFR and a VFR. Here's the VFR, I imagine. They're over at the landmark. That must be my Air Canada 816 to, it's not Zurich. No, it's not. Oh, what's LIPZ? I do not know what LIPZ is. LZSH. LIPZ. I'm going to guess that's Italy.
Good day, Toronto Center. Helicopter charge after Delta. Request VFR to the southeast at 2,500.
Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto, squawk 1265. And do you want to depart from the apron, or would you like to taxi out for runway 05?
For practice, we'd like to air taxi to 05 then, for helicopter Alpha Tower.
Alpha Hotel Delta, at your runway 05 for departure. The information in Toronto is India, the altimeter 3009er. You can hover taxi Kilo at your discretion, and Juliet cross threshold 15 right.
Taxi to 05, Juliet, and cross the 15 for helicopter Alpha Tower. And Center, can you confirm we can air taxi now, correct, for Alpha Tower?
Alpha Hotel Delta, affirmative. Hover taxi now. Kilo your discretion. Juliet cross 15 right. Hold short of 05.
Kilo Juliet, course 15, hold short 05, taxi now for helicopter Alpha Tower.
Center, November 737 Golf Golf looking for IFR to Kilo Juliet Alpha Charlie.
November 737 Golf Golf. Where are you at?
Toronto, sir.
November 737 Golf Golf. I don't see a flight plan for you, but just stand by one moment. Okay, so I got information India. It's 06 right primary, 05 secondary departure 05. I've got, let's see here, I've got Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta is a Eurocopter hover taxiing Juliet for departure runway 05. He's VFR to city. And Air Canada 816, Air Canada 816, I haven't heard anything from him. 443 just parked at the gate. And then I've got another one, American Red 737 Golf Golf, that wants a clearance, and I don't think he's filed a flight plan. Or maybe he has. It's just not populating me for some reason here. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll hand them all off to you. Toronto's your control if you don't have any questions. Yeah, A-firm. Your control. Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta. Toronto Tower just came online, so you can monitor him now 118.7 and advise him ready for takeoff 118.7.
18.7, thank you. Assistance from.
And November 737 Golf Golf. Same for you. Toronto Tower just came online, so give him a call on 118.7 and he'll take care of you.
1187, November 737 Golf Golf.
All right, Husky 2's almost back at the threshold there. All right, so now we got a Toronto Tower controller, so that makes like...
Toronto Center, Husky 2, we're just going to hold short of 1-5 here for a couple minutes, just refill, because we're going to head back to Trenton while we're in this circuit.
Okay, Husky 2, no problem. Let me know when you're ready for takeoff.
Roger, Husky 2.
All right, so I don't so much need the tower view really anymore, as long as he's going to be taking it. Okay. All right, so he's going to take over the ATIS, so now... yeah, you got it. So I freed myself up for another ATIS. If another airport opens up, somebody's inbound somewhere. Ottawa... Oh yeah, that's right, Oshawa. I forgot about Oshawa, so let's open up the view of Oshawa. I'm trying to do 3 things at once, and so it's very easy to get distracted and not finish all the tasks you have in mind. All right, so here's the guy in Oshawa. He's got no flight plan, he's got no nothing going on there, but at least I got an ATIS, I got a Lima. It's runway 12 in Oshawa. Yeah, runway 12, so we're good to go if he decides he wants to do something here.
Toronto Center, now 172, 9 Golf 58 with information Lima.
9 Golf 58, Toronto, good day.
Good day. 9 Golf 58 is at Oshawa, the main airport request, and taxi to the active for circuits, full stop circuits.
November Golf 58, copy circuits, and just confirm you said you wanted, confirm the type was a Cessna 172?
Just a regular Cessna 172. Yep.
Niner Golf 58, squawk code 1236, and it's runway 12 for circuits.
Squawk 1236 and 1. Runway 12 for circuits, 9 Golf 58.
9 Golf 58, that is all correct. And as you mentioned, information Lima is current. The wind's 120 at 9er, altimeter 3010. When you're ready for runway 12, taxi Alpha Bravo, hold short and advise ready for takeoff.
We'll hold shots 1-2. We'll advise when ready to take off 9058.
Husky 2 Toronto, while you're getting ready there, the squawk code for your new flight plan will be 0513. If you want to squawk it now, it'll make it easier to identify you once you get airborne.
All right, 0513 in the box, Husky 2.
So he's going back to Trenton, so he should probably throw up a Trenton 8 is here. So let's do that. Runway 06 seems to be the preferred runway. I don't think I have anything in terms of an ATIS because it's not a Nav Canada airport. I don't have Nav Canada information about it. That's okay. I can deal with that. All right, so he's got the Toronto stuff going on there. There's the heli chopper. He's going to hand it back to me for the arrival into city. Air Canada 1540, descend 4,000.
Air Canada 1540 going to 4,000, and just reporting some very bumpy weather here over Expat.
Air Canada 1540, okay. Would you say light, moderate turbulence?
I'd say moderate turbulence here over Expat, Air Canada 1540.
All right, Air Canada 1540, I've got your PIREP. Let me know if it gets better as you go down.
Roger that, Toronto Centre, Air Canada 1540.
Sorry, say again? Yeah, sounds good. All right, Niner Golf 58 is taxiing. I got a second departure from London. Good times. Good.
Toronto Centre, Charlie Chef Delta is by 420, Highway 427 and Gardner. We'd like to follow Gardner all the way to City Airport.
Alpha Hotel, that's approved. You're cleared into the city control zone. The city information is, I don't believe it's Alpha, it's Lima as well. The altimeter 3009er, runway 08.
08 and Lima for Alpha Delta.
Air Canada 1540, descend 3000. You're cleared the ILS, runway 06 right.
Descending 3000, clear for ILS 06 right, and turbulence seems to be nice and smooth now, Air Canada 1540.
Air Canada 1540, perfect, thank you. Niner Golf 58 Toronto, left-hand circuits, report mid-down when with intentions. The wind's 150 at 5, clear for takeoff, runway 12.
We'll report mid-downwind, clear for takeoff runway 12, now go 58.
And Alpha Hotel Delta, did you want to land on the runway or go direct to the apron?
We can go directly to the apron if that's okay then for Alpha Delta.
Alpha Hotel Delta, that's approved. Let's see here, the wind's 070 at 17, land the apron at your discretion.
Copy the winds, land at our discretion. We have the field inside Alpha Delta, thank you.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, you're going to do satellite? Oh, that's where you went.
Good evening, Golf Bravo.
Bravo, Oscar Bravo, standby 1. Okay, yeah, so what are you going to do? London satellite, Toronto satellite? Okay, yeah, let me know when you're ready. Yeah. And are you handling the Toronto arrivals departures as well on West Satellite? Because they've made it very confusing now. Or are you just doing terminal stuff? Okay, that's kind of what I thought, but they made in the last change, they made it so confusing, I don't know what to think half the time anymore. Okay, got it. All right, I'll be right back. Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. Oh, does that mean you handle London as well? Does that mean you handle London as well? Okay, perfect. All right, so let me know when you're ready.
Call Bravo Oscar Bravo. I apologize.
Yeah, Bravo Oscar Bravo. Actually, there's just a shift change in progress. I'll give you a call back in just 1 minute here.
Roger.
Okay, so you've got one guy in the circuit at Oshawa, Alpha Hotel Delta. No, sorry, that's not Alpha Hotel Delta. That's a Niner Golf 58. He's doing circuits, and it's information Lima and Oshawa. Alpha Hotel Delta at City has been cleared to land. Apron his discretion. And at London, so you've got Husky 2 holding short of runway 15. He wants to do a couple circuits first before he does the IFR. I haven't actually given him an IFR clearance yet. He refiled with the IFR. I gave him his new squawk code, but he hasn't actually hadn't actually gotten the clearance yet because he said he'll just pick it up after a couple of circuits. And then the other one, Bravo Oscar Bravo on the ground in London. He's just calling me, but I haven't responded at all to him yet, so I'll send him directly to deal with you. All right, I'm sending them all to you, and the 8. Okay, that's fine. I'm just telling you what they are then. Niner Golf 58, Toronto Terminal just came online. Give him a call on 119.3.
119.3, Niner Golf 58.
And Husky 2 Toronto, terminal came online. They're going to be handling your departure as well, so give them a call when you're ready on 119.3.
Perfect. 119.3, Husky 2. Thanks for all the help.
No problem. Bravo Oscar Bravo, same for you. Terminal came online for London, so contact them now, 119.3. They'll help you out.
19C, talk to you soon. Bravo Oscar Bravo, thanks.
And Alpha Hotel Delta, sorry, are you down on the apron yet?
We're just about to land. Just 1 second.
No problem. I never even pulled up. I'm just sort of doing this just by... That's okay, this will take the pressure off me now. Now it's going to be boring. All the airplanes are gone.
Enter to center. We are done and clear. We'd like to go back up to return to Toronto Pearson if that's okay, or should I contact Terminal Alpha Top?
Alpha Hotel Delta affirmative. Terminal is going to be taken over for City as well now, so you can contact him 119.3. Let him know your intentions.
119.3. Thank you for.
Air Canada 1540. You can contact the tower now 118.7. Have a good day.
Going to 118.7, Air Canada 1540. Appreciate the ATC. Have a good day, sir.
Take care. Now I got no airplanes again. It's going to be a boring live stream. No airplanes.
Toronto Center, WestJet 212, flight level 350.
I got an airplane. WestJet 212 Toronto. Hello. Squawk code 0556.
0556. WestJet.
All these all these ground views I opened up, and I don't need them anymore. They're now irrelevant. Well, what are you gonna do, right? Oh, what can you do? Anywho, I'm gonna have to get on my Discord here because I think we're gonna do a live stream, a flying live stream on Tuesday. Because this week is a bit of a hectic week, like all of June. June is one of those hectic months for me in terms of just like so much personal stuff. And it doesn't help that it's, of course, the dawn of summer too. Summer is really kind of coming with a vengeance this week. It's gonna be well into the 30s this week, so it's gonna be nice and hot, and it's gonna be just fantastic weather to be out there enjoying and doing summery stuff, and even just sitting outside and reading, not hunkering down in the basement and controlling VATSIM pilots. And unfortunately, my laptop is not bright enough to see the screen really outside, so I have tried to control outside a few times in my life, and I find it never works because I have such a hard time seeing the screen. I'm doing this the whole time, trying to kind of keep the glare off my screen so I can see it. So, yeah, if I had a brighter screen that I could bring outside, I wonder if I could bring my old monitor outside. I wonder if that's bright enough because it's definitely brighter than my laptop screen. That's an interesting question, interesting idea. Well, one thing's for sure, Terminal's getting all the fun now between Terminal and Tower. I got nothing. I'm just doing radar stuff. Oh, Air Canada 816 is on the taxi out, so he'll be with me soon enough. Husky 2 will eventually come with me. WestJet 212 Toronto, you're identified at flight level 350. Welcome.
Toronto Center, WestJet 212, we can request 10 minutes out of the flight deck.
WestJet 212, that's approved. Let me know when you're back.
Roger that, thanks.
Let's call it 2206. AFL, AFK, anyhow, AFK 2206. Anywho, yeah, what was I gonna say? I can't even remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, I've kind of lost all my interest here now. I almost need to tune in the other frequencies just to hear what's going on, and I might just do that, just because I have nothing else to do right now. I got very little traffic going on, so I'm gonna tune that up.
International Airport, the go up for departure, hockey transition, flight plan, runway 05, squawk 6035.
Or correction, 118.
Can you 87, thank you.
I'm just gonna put these up there for now
342, it's the go up for
until
departure,
something else
hockey
happens,
transition, and runway 05.
because I just don't have much going on my frequency right now. So at least this will add a little bit more.
Center Bravo, J, taxi 15.
Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, Roger, runway 15, wind 1609 knots, altimeter 3006. Taxi Golf Cross, runway 09, hold short 1.
15 Golf Car 09.
Canada 342, it's the go up for departure, hockey transition.
Go for departure, hockey transition.
Yeah, what was it? I was talking about the fact that June is a busy month as well. I've got
Canada 342, squawk code 60.
a number of birthdays. My nephew's birthday, my wife's birthday, my brother's birthday. It's a lot of family birthdays that I have to kind of make plans for.
Toronto Tower, helicopter charge have Delta is by Gardner and Highway 427. We would like to go 427 north all the way to the airport for Pearson, Alpha Delta.
Alpha Hotel Delta, Toronto Tower, squawk identity altitude.
Currently 900 feet, climbing to 1,500 Delta and turning to 427.
Alpha Hotel Delta,
Go 5,
Tower,
8, runway 12, taxi Bravo, hold short, runway 1.
What was your intention?
Hold shut
We're going to go midfield and we'd like to go land at the FBO there by Kilo, if I'm not mistaken, Alpha Delta.
Yeah, Alpha Delta, yes, you're identified 1100 feet. Proceed direct the midfield of the airport.
Directly the midfield for the FBO, Alpha Delta.
It's interesting to try and also just keep track mentally without even looking. I'm just mentally listening and trying to kind of keep track of what's going
On
on.
arrival, or Toronto Tower, Air Canada 1540, we've just vacated 6 right on Delta 3, holding short, runway 06 left.
Air Canada 1540, cross runway 06 left. Taxi Charlie Alpha to...
Toronto Center Husky 2 left, downwind, runway 15, request touch and go.
Cross 06 left, taxi Charlie Alpha, and we are going to be getting off at Alpha Lima.
609 knots, cleared touch and go.
Air Canada 1540.
Number 1, clear touch and go, 15, Husky 2.
It is interesting to just listen and try and visualize the traffic patterns just from listening, because this is what it used to be like too. Like, you know, radar in the very early days especially was very rudimentary, not particularly reliable. You may not get returns from your aircraft. You may get false returns from other things that are not aircraft. So,
And Sierra Hotel Delta, just confirming you want to land on the North GA apron.
Yeah, on the north apron there for think by Kilo taxiway Alpha Delta.
Alright, Sierra Hotel Delta, remain west of the runway 33, right extended center line. The wind's 110 at 9er. Land your discretion on the apron.
Remain west of the 33 right and clear to land on apron for Alpha Delta.
so it's just interesting to kind of visualize, because this used to be the only way you could kind of do it. Like in my head, I kind of have a
Sierra Alpha Delta, just for separation from traffic, maybe on the runway. Until you're across the runway 05, maintain your current altitude.
10,000, we have the traffic inside.
And Foxtrot Echo Tango, thanks for stepping over the other guy. Can I get your aircraft?
Sorry about that, Alpha.
For a Piper Cherokee Flight Golf Foxtrot Echo Tango.
Got a couple more people inbound here, so we're gonna have at least a few people on my frequency shortly because it's just quiet right now. But I anticipate it will not stay that way. It's a Sunday afternoon, getting into Sunday evening with lots of frequencies on the air. I would expect it's gonna get and stay busy. Okay, let's see here. Especially the terminal guy. I'm almost lucky that somebody did step on. I probably could have dealt with the terminal as long as the tower control was there. But between the terminal and the Toronto Tower, where there's now 4 departures on the ground,
And Foxtrot Echo Tango Squawk 0713, advise ready for taxi.
1 departure in London, 2 departures in Oshawa, and a guy doing circuits in London. It wouldn't be impossible. It would be hectic, but it wouldn't be impossible.
Foxtrot Echo Tango,
It would
runway
definitely be
12,
interesting.
the winds are 120 at 9 knots.
But I think I will try to get this
taxi Alpha Bravo.
stream done.
Alpha Delta, thanks for flying. Always nice seeing a helicopter flying around every day.
And Bravo, Oscar Bravo, line up runway 15.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing a pilot's live stream this week because it's been a while since I've done one. It's been probably 2 weeks since I've done one, and so I feel like we are a bit overdue. Tuesdays.
Air Canada 342 requesting taxi to the runway.
Air Canada
And Go 58, make it a quick one. I have an aircraft behind you.
Somebody calling me, or somebody calling other Toronto Center. I think they're calling other Toronto Center.
Oh, sorry again. Can you say again?
Air Canada 342, no worries. It's Alpha Juliet, Sierra.
London winds
Echo,
160 at 9 knots. Clear for takeoff, runway 15.
Cross runway 15 left, cross runway 15 right.
Taxi to runway 5 via Alpha, Juliet, Sierra, Echo, Golf, Hotel, cross 15 left and cross 15 right.
Correct.
And Go 58, I'm really unfamiliar with the request. If you can explain it a little more.
Simulated forced landing.
Air Canada 816, you ready to go?
Affirm.
Air Canada 816 on departure, contact center 125.77. The wind's 110 at 9, clear for takeoff runway 05.
And Go 58, you're about a readability 3. If it's okay, I'll get the other aircraft in front of you for now.
That's fine, Go 58.
And Foxtrot Echo Tango, advise ready for deploy.
Tower 737 Golf Golf. Did you want us to contact you, Shore Juliet or Kilo?
And Foxtrot Echo Tango, on departure, make right-hand circuits, report mid-downwind intentions.
Loco.
The winds are 120 at 9 knots, clear for takeoff, runway 12.
Alright, so November 7 Golf Golf, are you ready now?
Affirmative 7 Golf Golf.
And Husky 2, you're number 1 in the circuit. The London winds 160 at 9 knots, clear touch and go, runway 15.
Clear touch and go 15, Husky 2.
Taxi via Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15 right for runway 05.
And Bravo, Oscar Bravo identified, proceed direct Newborough on course. Fine, 11, or 7 knots.
Air Canada 816 is going to be center, terminal doesn't control Pearson.
Okay.
And Bravo, Oscar Bravo, that's 7,000, climb 7,000.
Yeah, it's quite a...
Roger, 7,000, Bravo, Bravo.
All right, we're about to get an airplane again, so I will probably shortly remove some of this stuff here. KLM 612 Toronto, hello, squawk it in.
Negative. I'll just do a regular touch and go on this one. Go 58.
Go 58, roger. On departure, make right-hand circuits, report mid-downwind intentions. The wind's 120 at 9 knots.
All right, I'm going to take away the other frequencies now because I'm about to actually start doing some work here. KLM 612 Heavy, thank you. You're identified. Flight level 370. Welcome.
Toronto Centre, good afternoon. Empress 55 Heavy, 79 nautical miles from Pergy, flight level 380.
Empress 55 Toronto, hello, squawk code 0545.
0545, Empress 55 Heavy.
Center, WestJet 212 is back.
WestJet 212 Toronto, thank you.
Toronto Center, hello again, Bravo Oscar Bravo's with you. We're direct new. We're passing at 5,700 now for 7,000.
Bravo Oscar Bravo Toronto, hello. Empress 55 Heavy Toronto, identified, flight level 380. The Toronto information is India. Runway 06 right for arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240.
Empress 55 Heavy, roger that. We have India in the box and we are set up for the 06 right approach and we'll descend when ready.
Toronto Center, good evening, Air Canada 816 Heavy off 05, 2,500 for 5,000.
And Empress 55 Heavy, it's flight level 240 when ready.
Flight level 240, Empress 55 Heavy.
Air Canada 816 Heavy Toronto, thanks, identified, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Air Canada 816 Heavy.
Bravo Oscar Bravo Toronto, the Toronto information is India. It's runway 06 right for arrival. Do you know where you're parking today in Toronto?
Roger, we'll pick up the ATIS, and we were hoping for Northfield Sky Service for Bravo Oscar Bravo.
Air Canada 816 Heavy, turn right, direct dead key on course.
Right, direct dead key on course, Air Canada 816.
Bravo Oscar Bravo, I copy you're looking for Northfield. Let me just double check with the tower. I'll be right back.
Roger.
Tower Center. You okay with the GA arrival on the north runway? Nope, it's going to be Bravo Oscar Bravo. He's IFR Cirrus jet, Vision jet. He just wants to land on 05, so I'm going to make sure that's okay with you. Yeah, okay. No worries. Okay, cool. And Bravo Oscar Bravo, your request is approved. You can plan runway 05 for arrival.
05, many thanks, Bravo Oscar Bravo.
Air Canada 816 Heavy, proceed direct Rackham on course.
Direct Rackham, Air Canada 816.
All right, get him out of here. I always just find the amusing irony of this is the one hobby where you want to stop doing the hobby as quickly as possible. I want to fly the flights, but I want to be fast, direct, quick, efficient, which is the mark of a good flight, except that it's over sooner. But that being said, and my brother made this point too, it's like this is a hobby you invest a lot of time in no matter what. So if you get almost 10 minutes back out of the end of it or something like that, it doesn't feel like a loss. You know, you've invested 3 hours into the flight to begin with. So, but it's all, I always find it amusing. All right, so he's going for 05. Does he have the arrival? Yeah, he should be on the Nuber 6. It's probably just not triggering because he's doing it from Nuber, which is fine. Doesn't matter what I do it from as long as I do Nuber. There we go. And Bravo Oscar Bravo Toronto, proceed direct ICBAT.
Direct ICBAT, Bravo Oscar Bravo.
And center, November 737 Golf Golf with you at 3,700.
November 737 Golf Golf Toronto. It's not tagging up here. Are you squawking code? Yeah, you are squawking it. All right, hold on. It's not tagging up for me. 1 second. All right, November 737 Golf Golf. You are identified. Climb 7,000.
7,000, November 737 Golf Golf.
November 737 Golf Golf. Thank you. Turn left direct Ursula on course.
Left direct Purcell on course, November 737 Golf Golf.
Go ahead. I love it. Thank you. November 737 Golf Golf. Climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, November 737 Golf Golf.
Nice, he's inbound too. All right, we got lots of interest going on.
Toronto departure, Air Canada 342, 4,000 feet.
Air Canada 342 Toronto, thank you. Identified. Climb 7,000.
Climb maintain 7,000, Air Canada 342.
And Air Canada 342, remain on the runway heading, please, for traffic.
Maintain runway heading for traffic, Air Canada 342.
Yep, called it. Said he was going to bust the SID, and he did.
And Toronto Center, United 231 with you. Flight level 300, approximately 50 nautical miles east of Woolsey.
United 231 Toronto, hello, squawk it in. United 231, thank you. Identified at flight level 300. Toronto information is India. Runway 06 right for arrival. Descend 17,000, altimeter 3007.
Descend 17,000 and 3007 and 6 right for the arrival. United 231.
Air Canada 816 Heavy, climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, Canada 816.
Air Canada 342, climb flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, Air Canada 342, sorry.
Let go of the mic, thank you. Sid Buster. The comment is Sid Buster, yep. Maybe we get a lot of those. Air Canada 342, turn left direct Tuluk on course, actually.
Turn left direct Tuluk on course, Air Canada 342.
Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, proceed direct Dulpa.
Sorry, one more time for Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, I apologize.
Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, proceed direct Dulpa.
Direct Alpha, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo.
Identified him, he's good. He should be descending soon, I would think. It's his choice, I gave him his discretion. November 737 Golf Golf Toronto, climb flight level 270.
Continue to climb, flight level 270, November 737 Golf Golf.
It's funny because he's a vision jet, but he's not going very fast. But I mean, he might have the wind in front of him too. There, Empress is descending now. I'll be right back. 1 second. There was a chill breeze blowing, but it doesn't need to be that cold in here for sure. Doesn't look like he's directed to like now. No, he's not. Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. Descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo.
It's probably a little bit early, but anyways. Empress 5-5 heavy. Descend 1,000. Toronto altimeter 3007.
Continue descent 1,000, altimeter 3007, Empress 55 heavy.
November 737 Golf Golf. Climb flight level 400.
Continue the climb, flight level 400. November 737 Golf Golf.
Air Canada 342. Climb flight level 270.
Climb engine level 270, Air Canada 342. I keep forgetting my call sign.
And Air Canada 342, just as I'm looking at the flight plan here for Chicago, you're going to need an even altitude. Do you want to go up to 28 or stop at 26?
I can go up to 280, if that's fine with you.
Air Canada 342, thanks. Climb flight level 280. I'll show that for your final.
Climb engine level 280, Air Canada 342.
All right, waiting for Husky 2 to call me here. Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, Toronto at Delpa. You're cleared the ILS runway 05.
Hi, Delta, cleared ILS 05, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, thank you.
Toronto Center, hello again. Husky 2 climbing through 9,000 for 11,000.
Husky 2, Toronto, hello. Climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270, Husky 2.
Gosh, we've got a lot of Detroit takers here. Is there ETC going on in Detroit, or what's going on here? No? People just like Detroit? I hear there was some new scenery. I can't remember if it was released or if it was just previewed, but ooh, and I just bring up FS Elite and look, PMDG 777-300ER releasing June 25th. That's next week. That's not next week. That's the week after. But ooh, that gives me shivers right there. Orbex announces Landmarks Detroit and Metropolitan Airport for MSFS. Fans of Detroit will love this. Detroit Metro. Does it have a release date? I don't think they... Nope, but that's okay. I was going to say maybe that's what they're all going there for, but maybe not because it's not released yet. All right, so Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. I cleared for the approach. Let's see here. Husky 2 is... I'm going to leave him on course just till I'm sure he's above all the traffic here. What's going on up north? I'm kind of focusing on this area here. I got to get rid of all these other views. I don't need them anymore. I might keep that one. I might keep the Toronto view because that's worth having sometimes, but the rest of them I'm going to get rid of because I've got a terminal controller who is handling all the airplanes here, and it's actually probably well timed because it got really kind of busy here, which is a bit of a shame because I do like the busy, but at the same time, it does allow me to focus on the job that I'm doing and make sure that I do the job that I'm doing well. And that's the only trouble with VATSIM is when you try to do too many jobs at once. You do all of them okay, but you don't do them great. When you're laser focused on one particular task, you can do stuff really well. Oh, these guys are going to pass almost right over each other here. They're not quite right over each other, but close. Still got Minneapolis Center online, so that's good. He'll be able to take the American. It's going to GX and hole. Husky 02 Toronto, you can proceed direct to Zorig.
Proceed direct Zorig, Husky 2.
That looks like that's going to be on final for runway 06. Let's have a look at the charts for Trenton. Well, let's see here. See if that's on either the ILS or the RNAV. It's not on the ILS, but maybe it's like the RNAV. Yeah, that's the initial, or it's the intermediate fix for the RNAV, so that works for me. United 231 Toronto, descend 1000, plan runway 06 right if I didn't say it.
Down to 1000, and we're set for 06 right, United 231.
Bravo Oscar Bravo, descend 3000, still cleared the ILS 06, correction, the ILS 05.
Descent 3, still cleared the approach, Bravo Oscar Bravo.
WestJet 212 Toronto, traffic your 1 o'clock for about 30 miles, opposite direction 320 at 340.
We are tracking the traffic. WestJet 212.
All right, traffic, 1 o'clock. Got to play level 350. Got my Primary 4211 Heavy coming through my airspace. Nice. All right, I got to roger that. And Husky 2 Toronto, I know you haven't even leveled off yet, but it's information Bravo in Trenton, runway 06. Judging by the waypoint in your flight plan, do you want the RNAV runway 06?
That's correct, but we'll take the ILS for runway 06, Husky 2.
All right, Husky 2, no problem. You can plan the ILS. You're still cleared to climb up to flight level 270. When you're ready, descend 6000 on Trenton altimeter 3010.
Alright, still cleared up to flight level 270, and then when ready, descend to 16,000 on the Trent altimeter, and copy information, Bravo, Husky 2.
Bravo, Oscar Bravo, contact the tower 118.7. Have yourself a great day.
Tower Team 7, thank you for service, Bravo Oscar Bravo, see you.
See ya. Look at all these
Toronto
Detroit
Center,
departures.
good afternoon, Primary 4211 with you, flight level 370.
Primary 4211 Heavy, bonjour, welcome. All right, that's probably close enough. I can send this guy over to Minneapolis. November 737 Golf Golf, contact Minneapolis Center now, 133.4. Good day.
1334, November 737 Golf Golf. Thank you for the service and have a fantastic evening.
Thank you, you too. Got this Cherokee inbound to Toronto here. And a Vision Jet on final. At least it's not very busy in Toronto. It's busy. Like we got 4 departures, but it's not like smoking busy. Oh, I'm getting old. I make noises a lot throughout the day. Oh. Also, I did go to the gym earlier today, which also is strained my muscles. Also encourages the groaning. United 231 descend 8,000.
8,000, United 231.
Empress 55 heavy descend 8,000.
Continue down to 8,000, Empress 55 heavy.
So I got this Cherokee that I can see is just about to cut across the south field. And this Vision Jet landing on 05 at the north end. I don't know what's going on in Tower, but it seems interesting right now. But it seems like Tower and Terminal both have their works cut out for them, although it looks like Terminal's work kind of dried up a little bit. He does have a departure out of city now, but it looks like his work kind of dried up. But for a few minutes anyways, Terminal was really busy there. There was like 5 different VFR aircraft in his space, which is a lot, really. On VATSIM, you don't get VFR that much. Certainly as a proportion of the number of flights you get, you don't get very much VFR. So it's fun when you get it because it's more unexpected. It's more not what you're used to dealing with. It's less systematic. It's more creative, more in flux, for lack of a better way of putting it. It doesn't really stick to the lines per se, which is still, I think that's kind of fun sometimes. Alright, so we got these 2 arrivals here. We got a departure going off. Or is that the arrival? No, that's the arrival. And this is the other guy who's, I guess, just flying overhead the field. We got these 3 guys up north, not doing much. He's already over to Minneapolis. And then this guy is on his way to Chicago. Leaves my airspace in 3 minutes. Anybody else inbound to Toronto here? Or any of the airports for that matter. I do have an inbound to Oshawa. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. City. What about Pearson? And a couple inbounds. 2 inbounds to Pearson, really. Not that many. 3 inbounds to Pearson, but hopefully that number will grow as we're here. I mean, I'm here for at least another hour and a half. If it gets boring, I might log off at that point. If it's busy still, I'll give it at least another hour. I potentially have allocated up to 4 hours for today, so I'm happy to do it. Add it to my total here because I'm a little bit behind on my total here. So I actually have a sheet now that I had to fill out that kind of keeps track of all the different amounts of times I've spent online in different airspaces, because you have to keep track of this now for VATSIM's new GCAP global ratings policy, whatever it's called. Whatever GCAP stands for, I can't remember what GCAP stands for. United 231 descend 6,000.
6,000 for United 234. 1.
Yeah. So there's 2 requirements for any place that you're visiting. You have to work at least, and by work I mean, control for at least 5 hours every quarter, which is really not that onerous. That's actually a very nice kind of like, you got to do something, but it's not like onerous. Some places were starting to get really onerous with their requirements. Like, oh my God, like some of the requirements were just like, oh my God, you expect people to do how much controlling as a visitor? And I mean, yes, you spend time and you train people up as a visitor, so you want them to participate and be an active participant in the FIR, but some of it was a little bit overboard. Some of the requirements were getting to be a little bit overboard. So yeah, I think 5 hours per quarter is a nice compromise. I definitely have hit that target. Most of these, I've definitely gone over that by at least a couple of hours in almost everything. There's one place where I'm short right now, and I'm going to have to make that up at some point. But the other requirement is that 50% of your time has to be in your home FIR, which I am not necessarily doing well. United 231 to send 4,000.
4,000, United 231.
Because I visit in so many places, that's why this list is so long. It's the number of places I visit in. It adds up to a lot of hours I have to do in the home FIR, which is one of the reasons why I selected Toronto, to trying to get my hours up per quarter. 3 hours per quarter. I thought it was 5 hours per quarter. Is it 3 hours? 3 hours is nothing. Do 3 hours standing on my head. I do 3 hours in one session. Are you sure? Because everyone keeps telling me 5 hours. I'll have to look it up. 3 hours per quarter is nothing, in which case I've surpassed that in all FIRs. Empress 55 heavy descends 6,000.
6,000, Empress 55 heavy.
United 251 vectors for the ILS, fly heading 300, descend 3,000.
And say again for United 231?
United 231 vectors for the approach, heading 300, descend 3,000.
300 on the heading and down to 3,000 for vectors 6 right, United 231.
Air Canada 342 Toronto, you've left my airspace to the west. Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Over to Unicom, Air Canada 342. Thank you for your ATC.
Take care. Husky 2, descend 3,000.
Descend 3,000, Husky 2.
I wasn't sure if he's going to go a little bit wide there, so I kind of gave him a bit of a wide base turn. Yeah, you do the check. Okay, fine. Well then, right here, I've done more than 50. Actually, no, I haven't done more than 50% of my time though. That's the requirement. I'm not making. United 231, turn right, heading 030 to intercept. Cleared the ILS 06 right.
Right turn 030, intercept the ILS 6 right, United 231.
Although at this point, with this session in here now and this stream, with the amount of time I've done here, that yes, now I have done 50% of my time this quarter in Toronto. So you could rest assured that if I haven't met it, it's because I've added up something wrong. It's certainly not for lack of effort. I was down a little bit in the Toronto, below a little bit less than everything else combined. But this session will put me back over the 50% mark. Empress 55 heavy, descend 4,000.
4,000 for Empress 55 heavy.
Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming across from me. It's 0513. Weird. Yay, Euroscope. United 231, you can contact the tower 118.7. Good day.
Sheep Tower 1887. Have a good day, United 231. Thanks.
You got it. All right, still not too many departure taxing out yet, but whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there. We got a couple of inbounds here. Who's handing me something here? Okay.
Toronto Center, American 8301 through 13,000 for 350.
American 8301 Toronto, hello. Proceed direct, do tell.
Direct do tell, 8301.
Let's cut that corner a little bit. There's no sense in making him go all that way.
Toronto Center, WestJet 212. We have to step out of the flight deck for a few more minutes. Should we just go to Unicom?
WestJet 212, yeah, you got about 90 seconds left in my airspace. So switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Have a good day.
Sounds good. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. WestJet 212.
Take care. Empress 55 Heavy, turn right heading 330, descend 3000.
Right 330 down to 3000, 55 heavy.
Husky 02 Toronto, fly the present heading for the interceptor, cleared the ILS runway 06 at Trenton.
Present heading cleared ILS approach 06, Husky 2.
Empress 55 Heavy, turn right heading 030 for the intercept, cleared the ILS runway 06 right.
Right 030, cleared ILS 06 right, Empress 55 heavy.
All right, well, we had some traffic. It's kind of petering out again now, but we had some traffic going on. I should probably actually open up the Trenton. I haven't even had Trenton Tower up for a little bit here, so let's do that. I haven't had traffic in Trenton for a while. All right. November 737 Golf Golf wants to know, What's my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor? I don't even know. I can't remember the last time I would have had Jolly Ranchers. I like the sour ones. I like sour apple. All right, C202. Charlie 202 is a Challenger descending for Oshawa. I got no Cleveland. I might as well pick him up now. Yeah, it's his favorite too. Nice. Husky 02, the Trenton winds showing 110 at 4, clear to land, runway 06.
Clear to land 06, Husky 2.
Empress 55, contact the tower now, 118.7. Have a good day.
Tower 118.7, thanks for service.
Toronto Center, good evening. Coast Guard 202 is passing 11-4.
Coast Guard 202, Toronto Center, hello, squawk it in.
And squawking ident, Coast Guard 20.
Coast Guard 202, Toronto Center, thank you. You're identified descending through 11,100. The Oshawa altimeter 3008. Information is Mike, runway 12 for arrival.
3008 will get information, Mike, and look for 12 for arrival. Coast Guard 2002.
Coast Guard 202, Toronto, descend 7,000.
7,000, Coast Guard 2002.
Coast Guard 202 for lower, contact Toronto Terminal now, 119.3. Have a good day. Coast Guard 202 Toronto for lower, contact Terminal 119.3. Husky 02, welcome to Trenton. Taxi Papa, are you parking on the South Apron?
Yeah, I believe so. It'll be at the Carter Ramp South Foxtrot.
Husky 02, Taxi Papa, Alpha to the Apron.
Papa Alpha to the Apron. Husky 2, thanks for all help today.
No problem, thanks for flying. Coast Guard 202 Toronto. Never answered me. Yeah, satellite from Center. Did you get Coast Guard 202 yet? Oh, yeah. Did you get Coast Guard 202 yet? Okay, because he never answered when I gave him the frequency change, so. All right, as long as you got him. What's that? Okay, cool. All right, back to having, got a lot of departures there. Got a list of 6 departures at Toronto. Anybody taxing yet? It looks like Endeavour's taxing. Looks like Delta's pushed. So there's some action happening. It's not exactly the most happening evening. Now, if I was working the tower, it would be a happening evening. Yeah, it would be. This would be a non-stop stream. So it's a little bit disappointing. But anyways, let's go back. And because I got distracted, let's go back to this, shall we? 777-300ER releasing June 25th, and I thought I was going to get the 321 first. PMDG founder Robert Rendez was taking the company's forums this afternoon to finally answer the question of when the highly anticipated Boeing 777 from MSFS will be released, confirming the plane is targeted for release on Tuesday, June 25th. In his post, Mr. Rendez also let us know that the company has backup dates spanning out to June 30th should they need to fix any last-minute issues. The date follows immediately after the upcoming annual VATSIM Expo in Las Vegas. Pricing is still to be announced. However, we expect the airline to be priced similarly to other PMDG products like the 737 lineup, based on previous posts from Mr. Rendazzo on the forums. Also confirmed that each of the planned 777 variants, including the 777-300ER, to be released first, the 777 Freighter, 777-200ER, 777-200LR, are to be released as separate add-ons in their own right rather than expansions to the base package. This falls in line with the deployment model we've seen. Mr. Rendazzo also mentions in his post that several new features are coming to the PMDG EFB with this release, though he does not go into specific detail on what these features may be. One thing which is new and confirmed to be coming in the 777 on release is integration with the Hoppy ACARS system, used on VATSIM and a vital part of realistic long-haul operations. Data link is also usable outside of Hoppy and will carry the ability to import a flight plan and other useful in-flight data to the flight deck. So that's pretty typical. They've been doing that for a while with flight plan imports. But Hoppy would be good. Hoppy integrated directly into integrate directly into the MCDU would be very useful. Robert goes on to say that the 777 is fully SimBrief enabled and uses SQL-based nav data provided by Navigraph. This is a feature which has been missing from PMDG products for some time now by Robert's own admission, but now finally feature. Additionally, the 777 benefits from a new lateral pathing model that should draw more accurate lateral path segments and fly them in ways that you as the end user would expect. It just goes on and on. Fantastic. What else we got here? Rendazzo also draws attention in his announcement to post to some of the realistic procedures you'll be able to perform the aircraft at launch. The Boeing electronic checklist is included. I think that was in there before, which includes certified normal and non-normal procedures. Failures are also confirmed to be integrated with the plane. As Robert alludes to, pesky mechanical failures you may experience in the operation of the airplane. I only think about PMDG's failures is I find that they just don't happen often enough. They're pesky and they're well done, but I find they don't happen often enough. Most of the time the plane flies flawlessly, and I find that the real world they don't fly that flawlessly. He also comments on the work that's gone to ensure that the plane has accurate fuel burn. MSFS atmospheric engine has been leveraged to achieve a fuel burn. Robert says that in testing of the plane was shown to frequently land within 0.3% of the planned fuel burn, with numbers going into that calculation including real-world OFPs. So it sounds like they're hitting the numbers pretty tightly. The aircraft comes with what appears to be a highly detailed cabin too. So as opposed to this is categorized to 4 sections, and for the preview images published today, we can see the business class economy are included with the base configuration. Cabin lighting will also apparently change with the day-night cycle. In line with the Boeing Sky interior real-world system, schedule change to cabin lighting to reflect other phases of flight. For instance, meal service, taxi, and takeoff will also be included. Door arming indications of passenger signs will also be working. With Robert saying in his post that all cabin features are correctly and accurately assigned to the real-world power sources and controls. The PMDG just pride themselves on doing that. To wrap up, Robert says that the plane will be with streamers in the coming days for previews, and PMDG will be releasing more posts in the lead up to the release, highlighting some features in the airplane that they are especially pleased with. The plane is confirmed to be coming to the in-game marketplace, so this will be with the usual lag time of several weeks we see with other developers. Robert also says this lag time gives the team a chance to fix bugs and have a stable product before submitting to the marketplace, as getting patches through there can take several weeks. SDK and paint kit will be available on release. Yeah. Show comments. Do I even want to see the comments? 18 comments. Comment number 1. Babe, wake up. PMDG announced the release date for the 777. That's about the time you get slapped. Why did you wake me? This was not important. Unless she's a pilot. Maybe she'll get it then, but otherwise I feel like, yeah.
Toronto Center, good evening. FedEx 8818, flight level 340, no squawk.
FedEx 8818 Toronto Center, good evening. Squawk code 0547.
Sorry, sir, I have a sound problem. You're not so loud, okay? Please just give me 1 minute.
One thing that annoys me about this whole system is I can never adjust my sound settings while I'm connected. I have to disconnect and reconnect to adjust my sound settings, which takes time. It's very frustrating to deal with.
To Toronto Center, FedEx 8818, no squawk.
FedEx 8818 Toronto, squawk code 0547.
0547, FedEx 8818.
FedEx 8818, thank you. Identified, flight level 340. Toronto information is Juliet, runway 06 right for arrival.
Information, Juliet, and can we have the 05, sir, for the FedEx gate?
FedEx 8818, yes, absolutely. Plan runway 05.
Roger, 05, thank you, sir, FedEx 8818.
Didn't even think about it, but absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead. Sure. Is it going to be temporary? You want me to just take over your frequency or just shut it down for the time being? Okay, sounds good. No problem. Yeah, so PMDG 777 releasing first. Kudos to all the PMDG staff to bring to our sims a phenomenal product. Now, where's Aerosoft's A330? Yeah, still at Mirage. And where's the MD-11? Only a bunch of... The one I'm waiting for, I mean, the MD-11 would be fun too. It's not high on my list. It would be an interesting airplane, but it's not high on my list. The 330 is a little bit higher on my list, but really the other one I'm waiting for, and that kind of was, for me, was in competition with the 777, was the 321, was the Phoenix 321 319 package. Where is that? We haven't gotten an update from Phoenix for a while now, unfortunately. And it's making me think it's time to check, because I can't even remember the last time we honestly got a Phoenix update. So let's go back into their Discord and see when the last time an official announcement was. But it's been at least a couple months now, I think, since the last time they had an official announcement. I'm not trying to be ungrateful. I was just kind of hoping that the 321 would beat the 777. I'm sure that Phoenix is working hard to get it right. Maybe they'll finally fix their pesky FMS issues.
Departure in Denver, 5031 climbing 38 engine.
Endeavour 5031 Toronto, good evening. Identified, climb 15,000.
15,000 Denver 5031.
So let's go to the not the welcome channel, but the Updates. Last update I saw, March 4th update. Am I missing? I must be missing a... Customer support area, customer lounge, archive. Yeah, the last update was actually, yeah, it was like about 2 months ago. April 15th was the last time there was a blog update. We'll see how it works out. Endeavor 5031, turn right, direct mobile on course.
Right, direct to mobile, Endeavor 5031.
What happens if I throw every Sid in Toronto on this? It'll look like a dog's breakfast is what it'll look like.
And Primary 4211, can we be removed for 2 minutes?
Primary 4211, A-firm, no problem. Let me know when you're back.
We'll call you back, thanks, Primary 4211 Heavy.
And I lost my FedEx. All right, let's put a few fixes out there, at least the important ones. The first fix.
Center, good evening. This is November 1979 with you at 430.
November 1979, Toronto. Hello, Squawkaden. All these airplanes, I keep clicking on them, and they disappear. Oh, there he is. Gotta press the add-in button, not the disconnect button.
Center, good evening. This is November 1979 with you at 430.
November 1979, Toronto. Hello, Squawkaden, please. Maybe he's having some voice problems. The other direction, Kedzie, I believe, is the first fix. Kedzie. Still, the number of departures in Toronto just keeps on growing. Endeavor 5031, climb flight level 230.
230, 57.
We have actually got them all launched in a short order. It'd be a really exciting afternoon, but I don't think it's going to happen. I lost my FedEx too. Boo! My only arrival for a while.
And Primary 4211 Heavy
Stand by.
back in the flight deck.
Primary 4211, Roger. What's that? Okay, sure. Let me know whenever you're back. I'll monitor your frequency for now. All right. Let's see here. What am I trying to do? Yeah. See, this is April 15th. First off, the A319, A321 package is coming along swimmingly. We are looking to put the expansion to beta testing very soon. That was basically all they said for time frame. They did price out the expansion package at 40 pounds, and that's it. I guess PMDG's 777 beat them to it, and thus I will be doing that. It's still chilly in here. I'm just going to step away for 1 second, see if I can close this vent, perhaps. Because it is June. I shouldn't have to put a sweater on, indoors or outdoors. Primary 4211 Heavy Toronto. You leave my airspace to the east. Montreal Center's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Monitor 122.8, and thanks for the good ATC, and we'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Take care, buddy. Primary 4211 Heavy.
We'll see you next time, Nick. All right, Air Canada 375. Leave my airspace to the west. No Winnipeg Center. Also en route frequency. Endeavour 5031, continue climb, flight level 260. Is this supposed to be?
Up to 26,000, 5031.
Toronto Center, Delta 3805, 2000, climb and view the field.
Delta 3805, Toronto, identified, climb 7000.
7000, 3005.
I swear we're supposed to limit to 22 going out of Detroit, unless that changed, and maybe that did change. Used to be limited to 22. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, for crying out loud. Trying to log in. Trying to log in. Delta 3805, turn right direct mobile on course, climb 15,000.
All right, right turn direct mobile, proceed on course up to 15,000, Delta 3805.
All right, and yeah, oh my God. Why does logging into stuff have to be so difficult sometimes? Why? All right, let's see if I can now get what I need. button feels still on the MOA. That might need a little editing. Non-jets below 22, at or below 22, jets below 26. All right, that's fine then. Delta 3805, climb flight level 230.
230, Delta 3805.
Now we starting to see more airplanes coming up here. All right, he said, had a nice day, thank you. American 8301 Toronto, you leave my airspace to the southeast. Cleveland Center's not online, switch to the en route frequency, surveillance service terminates. American 8301 Toronto. This guy's climbing like a rocket ship. Jazz 773 Toronto. Delta 3805, climb flight level 260.
260 now for Delta 3805.
American 8301 Toronto. Okay, he's out of my airspace. I don't care. Jazz would like to talk to. Tower from center. Yeah, did you send Jazz 773 over? He departed. Thanks. Jazz 773 Toronto. Okay. Jazz 773, hello. Okay, I'll keep an eye on him. Thanks. We're back to the nobody reads the SID bits. Thanks, guys. Makes me not want to participate anymore. You guys can't follow simple instructions. It's very quiet for the number of airplanes that are in my space here. Rouge 281, are you with Toronto? Sorry. I just realized I forgot to mute my mic for that. Fantastic. Nobody's leveling off at the altitude they're supposed to level off at. Nobody's calling me when they're supposed to call me. Honestly, it's really starting to tick me off here. If you don't want to participate and talk to people, then just don't log onto the network. It just drives me nuts sometimes. Especially when you're doing the wrong thing and you're causing a hazard to other people. It really starts to drive me nuts. You get a few people that can do the right thing, and you get most people that can do the right thing. But it just takes a few people doing the wrong thing to really throw it off. All right, I'm going to start walloping this guy sitting here.
Toronto Center Rouge 281 climbing through 7,000.
Rouge 281 Toronto, thank you. You're identified. Turn left immediately. Fly runway heading 057, descend 5,000. That was your altitude limit.
Left, can you repeat that please? You cut out.
Left turn heading 057, descend 5,000, Rouge 281.
057 and descend down to 5,000. Rouge 281.
Toronto Rouge 1957, checking in level 340 north of Ottawa.
Rouge, sorry, what was the Rouge again?
1957.
All right, Rouge 1957 is not popping up here. Let me get a second here. 1957, there you are. Squawk 0511.
0511, 1957.
Go ahead.
Toronto Center, Flare
No, stand by.
3,600 out of Toronto.
Flare 1614 Toronto, thank you. You're identified. Climb 6,000.
Climb 6,000, Flare 1614.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Endeavour 5031 Toronto, you're about to leave my airspace to the south. The Cleveland Center is not online. Switch to the honorary frequency. Surveillance service terminates. And Delta 3805 Toronto, did I give you, oh sorry, climb flight level 240.
Okay, 24. Yeah, you gave me 26, so I was climbing and I had forgot to leave one of those restrictions, so I'll stop it at 24.
Yeah, disregard the restriction, climb to 240.
All right, no worries, 240.
Flare 1614, turn right, direct Kepta on course.
Right direct, Kepta on course, Flare 1614.
Charles Center West 247 is 1,000, covers 5,000, mix at 7.
Rouge 281 Toronto, turn right heading 150, climb 10,000.
Right to 150, climb to 10,000. Rouge 281.
Flare 1614, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Flare 1614.
WestJet 247, you're identified on departure, climb 5,000 for now.
Maintain 5,000, WestJet 247.
WestJet 247, thanks. Reaching, let's see here, reaching 3,600, turn left direct Kedzie on course.
600, right, was that left or right direct Kedzie on course, WestJet 247?
WestJet 247, affirmative.
Thank you.
Toronto Center, longitude November 782, India Echo, flight level 450.
November 782, India Echo, Toronto, squawk ident. Rouge 1957, Toronto, identify flight level 340, Toronto, information is Kilo, runway 06 right for arrival.
We have Kilo 6 right for Rouge 1957, thanks.
November 782, India Echo, identify flight level 450, thank you. Jazz 773, climb, flight level 260.
Alright, climb flight level 260,
Rouge 281, turn, let's see here. Discard. I hate when these things do not auto-populate properly. Really annoying. Really, really annoying. Because then you got to go and look it up yourself. Rouge 281, turn right direct ankle on course.
Right direct to ankle Rouge.
WestJet 247, climb flight level 230.
230 WestJet 247, and was that left direct mix it?
WestJet 247, I'm sorry, you're on the, these are not populating correctly. Stand by.
247, you want to stay on the heading for now?
WestJet 247, turn left heading 240.
Left turn 240, WestJet 247, you good?
That's a weird route to Minneapolis, that's why. Who does the mixed 7 to get to Minneapolis? That's weird.
And for Rouge 281, do we still maintain flight level 100? Or rather 10?
Rouge 281, affirmative.
I will maintain 10,000, Rouge 281.
It doesn't help that none of these departures are populating correctly. Mixed at 7. There's no gentry transition to... Or is there? No, there is. Oh, for frick's sakes. These are all mucked up. WestJet 247, turn left direct Letor.
Left direct Letor on course, WestJet 247.
Rouge 1957, Toronto, when ready, descend, flight level 240.
Our discretion 240, Rouge 1955. Or 57, sorry.
And WestJet 247, did you give us flight level 230 at any point?
WestJet 247, affirmative. Climb flight level 230 and direct Letor.
230 direct Letor, WestJet 247.
What a weird route to Minneapolis. Doesn't help that none of these SIDs are auto-populating. How many discontinuity destroyers have I gotten? So far today, probably 4, I think. Four so far today. In the grand scheme of things, don't even begin to ask me because it's been hundreds over the course of my career here. Rouge 281, climb 15,000.
Climb to 15,000, Rouge 281.
Nothing worse than 2 in a row who don't follow the SID and put themselves directly into conflict with each other because they're not doing what they're supposed to do and they're not responding to your radio calls and they're turning towards each other and nobody's paying any attention to what's going on. I've always loved those ones. Delta 3805, Toronto, you're about to leave my airspace to the south. The Cleveland Center is not online. Switch to the honored frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Surveillance terminated. We'll see you next time, Delta 3805.
Take care. All right, 1979 is down to 10,000 feet now. Flare 1614 Toronto, continue climb, flight level 290.
Continue climb, flight level 290, Flare 1614.
Rouge 281, climb, flight level 260.
On 260, Rouge 281.
All right. Guy's at 45. This guy's descending through 33. Okay, sounds good. Raj, thanks. I would assume the Minneapolis departure was on the Ursel departure. That was just an assumption I made. And Max Ducodogos? I'm not even sure how to say that. Flare 1614 Toronto. You're about to leave my airspace to the southeast. Cleveland's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
All right, switching to en route, Flare 1614. Good night.
Good night. All right, so I see one guy on the ground at City, or at least he was there, and he's waited a minute ago, so I should probably open up the City ground view again here. Make sure somebody doesn't start taxing me for the margin.
Walker 3182, climbing through 1.8 for 3000, turning 330.
Walker 3182 Toronto, hello, you're identified, let's see here, climb 1000, and you can go direct to Ursel.
Climb 1000 and direct to Ursel, Walker 3182.
Seem to have lost a number of airplanes today too, to not to the discons, but just to people. Sim's not working, disappearing, vanishing off the network. Seem to have lost more than my share of people to that today, unfortunately. WestJet 247, proceed direct Gentry.
Gentry, WestJet 247.
Walker 3182, continue climb, flight level 260.
I'm at 260, Walker 3182.
Rouge 1957 Toronto, when ready, descend 1000, Toronto altimeter 3005.
Okay, re-clear down to 1000 our discretion, 3005 on the altimeter, Rouge 1957.
All right, what else are we doing here? The Russia departure seems to have passed, although they just keep on logging in. Now they're going all sorts of different directions. There's not a slew of people going to just to Detroit. WestJet 247 Toronto, continue climb, flight level 300.
Climb 300, WestJet 247.
That was like in stereo or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
Somebody got cut off there. Climb 300, WestJet 247.
WestJet 247, thanks. So what do I still have online for ATIS? I've already forgotten. I got City, London, Oshawa, Trenton, and the only thing coming up is Toronto over and over and over again. 4 more departures at Toronto. Jazz 773 Toronto, you leave my airspace to the south. The Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the on frequency. Surveillance service terminates. And he's gone. Losing a lot of people today. And Flare 1614, did I send you to Unicom? I think I did. Hope I did. Or he's going to be pissed. No, I'm pretty sure I did.
Toronto Center, this is FedEx 135 Heavy, custom flight level 2300, flying runway heading.
FedEx 135 Heavy, Toronto, thank you, identified. Climb 15,000.
To FedEx 135, ident, climb and maintain flight level 15,000.
It was identified, but anyways. Close enough. Let's see if I can get a few more fixes on here so I can see what I'm doing here. So I need Burley. I know I need Burley and Vidra. Sad that I know some of these fixes without even looking at them. I don't know exactly where they are, but I know the order. I've seen them and said them enough times in my life. I know the order. Where's Vidra? There's Vidra. Now I should probably have Oakville. Where's Oakville? Oakville. There's Oakville and probably Beats. FedEx 135 Heavy, turn right direct Burley on course.
Turn right direct Burley on course for FedEx 135 Heavy.
Roger. Pity Cleve's not online because there's a lot of traffic going their way tonight. Pity. Minneapolis is still hanging out. How long has Minneapolis been on for? He's been on for an hour 30. I think there was somebody there before him, though. I'm also at the end of the wait list for Toronto. Where should I do my solo? Oh, don't even ask me. Though the training was completely changed since I ever did the training. Yeah, Toronto's so hit or miss. Like, London's a good airport. It's a decent distance away from Toronto, so people will do the flight. It feels like kind of a normal flight.
Center, Air China 1227, just out of Pearson 23 for 5,000.
Air China 1227 Heavy, Toronto. Thank you, identified. Climb 7,000.
7,000, Air China 1227.
Let's see here.
Toronto Center, Jazz 773.
Jazz 773 Toronto. You left my airspace to the south. Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the on frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Right over to dark side 773. Just got disconnected. Sorry about that. We'll see you.
No problem. All right, let's just do a few more here. So let's do Alkit, Kodal, and Dead Key, just so we have something good to look at here. So there's Alkit. While I'm at the D's, I might as well pick dead key. If I can find it. Dead key and Codal. Yeah, this is probably the biggest thing that I think they could do to improve Euroscope at this point is make a search function for this box to make it easier to find specific things you're looking for. Air China 1227, turn right direct Codal on course, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230 and Codal for Air China 1227.
FedEx 135 Heavy, climb flight level 230.
230 for FedEx 135 Heavy.
Rouge 281 Toronto, leave my airspace to the south. Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the honored frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Have a good day.
Off on my own. Have a good day from Rouge 281.
All right. And also, November 1979er is leaving my airspace to the south. Cleveland's not online. Switch to honored frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Good night. All right. Rouge 1957's in descent. Number 782. And the echo just keeps going. That's fine. He's going that way. Frequency change approved. Got another one coming in from the east here. Got a couple more departures coming out of Toronto. It's all interesting. And WestJet 247 Toronto. I show you at altitude flight level 306. Just make sure you got the transponder set to, or correction, the altimeter set to standard.
WestJet 247 number, we'll check that.
FedEx 135 Heavy, continue climb, flight level 340.
340 for FedEx 135 Heavy.
Yeah, I don't even know. London's an interesting airport because it's a decent distance from Toronto, so you can do like a flight like a Dash 8 or even the CRJ down to London and back in like 20 minutes or half an hour. So it's a very reasonable flight. So I find when people are on there and people are on in Toronto, you get like a little bit of back and forth ping pong traffic. Yeah, it depends on where to, kind of what you want to do as well. City should get more traffic if Majestic ever releases their Dash 8 for MSFS. I think that will change the level of traffic in City, at least for a period of time thereafter. It's not happening anytime soon, but when it does happen, it'll be a real asset there. Oshawa is kind of hit or miss for traffic. It's boring sometimes, and other times it works. Hamilton is also the same way. At times it's fantastic, at times it's boring. There's no one airport in the FIR that I would override. That I would say overrides all the rest. They're all busy in their own way. And none of them like ridiculously so. So it's hard to say. Like the trouble with the whole binary airports thing is you have to be patient. 100%. You've just got to be patient because there's going to be plenty of days where just nothing happens, and you're going to be bored out of your skull, and you're just waiting for something to happen. But it's an important part of the process too, because like even while you're bored out of your skull, people are thinking about logging in. People are thinking about it, so you're not. You got to have a little bit of faith. It's not going to happen every time at the minor airports, but you got to have a little bit of faith. Like I show up on these days when it's to control, and when there's 2 or 3 airplanes around, there's not very many airplanes around, and you got to stick with it. The bare minimum, you got to give it an hour, and that's an absolute bare minimum. I would suggest, certainly as a controller, never plan to log in for less than 2 hours, because it usually takes almost an hour for people to kind of notice that you're online, boot up their sim, plan a flight out of your airport, and get logged in and get going and everything. It's a weird route to Minneapolis, that's for sure. There's some weather out there that people are avoiding. Air China 1227, climb flight level 390.
390 for Air China 1227.
Yeah, regardless of which minor airport you pick, patience. I preach patience. I see people log in for half an hour and give up and log out, and then 10 minutes after they leave, people start logging in. because you got to give people a chance. They don't instantly appear. Like most people kind of go through a similar thought process, and I think if you're a pilot, a VATSIM pilot, you've probably gone through the thought process. But if you're not, like for me, the thought process is usually like, okay, I have 2.5 to 3 hours to fly. I have an evening or I have an afternoon or something where I've got nothing else going on. I got X amount of hours to fly. Where's the ATC? And so I start looking on VATSPY while the sim starts booting up. But the sim alone takes 5-10 minutes to boot up. You got to pick the airplane. You got to pick a flight plan. You got to plan it, file it. All these things. If that person saw you the minute you logged on, still like at least 20 to 25 minutes if they specifically pick to log into your airport before they show up, and that's just if they see you right when you log on, and that's not going to be the case. Like people are going to just look at the network and see who's on randomly thereafter. So yeah, anything less than an hour is not even worth logging on for. Yeah, it disappoints me when I see guys log on for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. You're like, nobody showed up. I'm going to log off. You're just not giving it the time. You got to give it the time. You got to be patient. It's going to take at least an hour. I personally always block off at least 2 hours. The only time I won't do 2 hours, where I'll kind of block off in my head less than 2 hours to control, is if I know that I'm either going to be relieving somebody or I'm going to be relieved by somebody, or I'm sharing the traffic load with somebody. So if there's other controllers already logged on, that changes the equation, that changes the calculus, because those people may have lured in some of the traffic. And if you know, but I hate to log on and leave people too. So if I know someone's going to come on after me, then that's fine. Rouge 1957 Toronto, descend 8,000.
8,000, 1957.
But if yeah, what am I trying to say though? But yeah, like if it's just me solo, I don't know that any other controllers are online. And the same thing, if controllers are already online and I log on or I go into the TeamSpeak server and everyone's like, hey, someone's like, hey, you want to take over a terminal? I'm going to log off shortly. Or you want to take over tower or center? I'm logging off shortly. Then that's a time that I don't mind committing less than 2 hours. Or if I just if I see somebody's online, somebody's on a terminal, I'll be like, hey, you want a center controller for an hour? Or even better, if I take a lower position where like the service level's not changing and I'm just sort of taking over and absorbing some impact from somebody else that, somebody else has done the groundwork. I don't think anybody minds that per se. But yeah, you've just got to be prepared to spend enough time online to make it worthwhile. FedEx 135 Heavy Toronto, you're about to leave my airspace to the south. The Cleveland Center's not online. Switch to the automatic frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Have yourself a great day.
Switching over to Unicom, FedEx to 135. Have a good night. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Have a good night. Nobody sneaking in from the north. Nope. Got this guy coming in from the east. I got this Rouge here who should be starting his descent now. Not, he should be crossing just past Woolsey at 17,000. 777 has me excited. So I have some money in my PayPal account from my last Twitch payout. So the question is, does PMDG take PayPal?
Center, good evening. Rouge 2507 out of 400 link 3.
Rouge 2507 Toronto. Hello, Squawk.
Squawk Ident, Rouge 2507.
Rouge 2507 Toronto, thank you. You're identified as sending through 388, descend 17,000, Toronto altimeter 3005. Information kilo, runway 06 right.
Okay, roger, descend 17,000, altimeter 3005, information kilo, and expect 06 right for Rouge 2507.
All right. Because I can't remember it, in all honesty, if PMDG takes... PayPal or not. I'm not actually going to buy this, but I'm just going to put it in the cart and see what happens, see what the options are for checkout. PayPal is an option. Nice. So I can use the remaining balance to buy that 777 when it comes out. Which is what I was saving that money for, in all honesty. Rouge 1957 to send 6,000.
6,000, 1957.
I Rouge 1957, sorry, disregard that message, not intended for you.
No rest.
Rouge 2507 to send 11,000, Toronto altimeter 3005.
11,000, altimeter 3005, Rouge 2507.
Now he's gone. November 782 India Echo Toronto. Leave my airspace to the east. Boston Center's not online. Switch to the honorary frequency. Surveillance service terminates.
Over Unicom for November 782 India. Have a good night.
Good night. Rouge 1957 to send 4,000.
4,000 for Rouge 1957. 19.
I should get rid of this trend.
Center Walker 3182 looking for lower.
Walker 3182 Toronto. When ready to send 10,000. And I'll get you an altimeter here in a second.
Oh, so we're going to start a descent now. Descendant 10,000, Walker 3182.
Walker 3182, the Wyerton altimeter 2992.
902, Walker 3182. How convenient.
I've lost a lot of airplanes today. Looks like I've lost Air Canada 647 now because I asked him to contact me. Gosh darn it. Can't seem to win. Rouge 1957, turn right heading 330, descend 3000.
330 and 3000 for Rouge 1957.
Rouge 1957, turn right heading 030 for the intercept, cleared the ILS, runway 06 right.
030 for the join, cleared the ILS 6 right, Rouge 1957.
Rouge 2507, descend 8000.
8,000, Rouge 2507.
Well, I've been on fire now. It's almost 3 hours already. Where does the time go? All right, well, what do we got? We got inbounds now. It's funny, we actually do have inbounds now, but I'm beginning to kind of wear. I was tired today. I didn't quite get as good a sleep as I wanted last night. And I nearly nodded off this afternoon, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay on forever. But let's see what we got for arrival times here. We got a bunch of guys showing arrivals in the next 30 minutes. I got a handful of arrivals anyways the next 30 minutes, so I may stick around for those people. And then once those ones are done, then I think I might log off. Rouge 1957, contact the tower now, 118.7, good day.
18.7, good night, Rouge 1957.
Rouge 2507, descend 6000.
6,000, Rouge 2507.
A little bit late on that handoff to the tower. I'm getting a little distracted too. I think it's just the time of day. I'm a little tired. It may look bright outside, but it's quite late by my world, and yeah, I guess I didn't get quite as much sleep last night as I would have liked. So I may head to bed sooner than later. Not that it hasn't been fun, but it's sort of petering out now. If I'd been on tower too, I'd been working hard this whole time. I would have been exhausted by now. I probably would have already been pulling the plug. We've got two more people. One guy showing up at 16, one guy showing up at 18 after the next hour. Beyond those two guys, I don't see anything else really happening, but before I will log off. See a couple of departures. Not too many, though. Walker, 3182 Toronto. You're about to leave my airspace to the west. The Minneapolis Center is unfortunately closing, so you can switch to the en route frequency for your arrival. Your surveillance service terminates. Have a good night.
Alright, we'll switch frequencies. And thanks for the service. Have a great day, Walker 3182.
Take care. Air China 1227 Heavy Toronto. You're leaving my airspace to the east. Montreal Center is not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates, and have yourself a good day.
Going to the dark side, 122.8 for Air China 1227. Thank you for the service.
Rouge 2507, descend 4000.
4,000, Rouge 2507.
Interesting. One additional statement Randazzo made that was not mentioned in the article, but MSFS 2024 compatibility, which of course is a very valid concern given that there's going to be a new version of the simulator releasing in, well, I guess it's about 5 months, I believe, based on their target date. But based upon publicly available statements from Microsoft, this is not a concern. We have not seen MSFS 2024 yet, so we are basing this feedback upon Microsoft's communications that products are compatible between platforms. I'll also be interested to see what kind of features they're going to highlight in the next little while. All right, so we got two inbounds here. This guy here is probably the guy from Louisville, yep. And this guy's probably the guy from LaGuardia. I think these two will be my target end of the game here. When these two guys land, I think we'll pull the plug on the stream and the controlling for the day because I think I've done enough. Rouge 2507, turn right heading 340, descend 3000.
Right heading 340, descend 3000, Rouge 2507.
And the other thing is that my throat would appreciate a break from streaming. That's why I probably haven't been talking as much. I've been trying to kind of cut back a little bit, perhaps, just to try and not compromise his voice. I'm just getting over this thing, and it's I've been basically over it for almost a week now, but it's just this little tickle in my throat that just it won't quite stay healthy. Rouge 2507, turn right heading 030 for the intercept, cleared the ILS, runway 06 right.
030 for the intercept, cleared ILS, 06 right, Rouge 2507.
Toronto Center, good. Using Air 10505, airborne 1800, climb 5000.
Air Canada 505 Toronto, thank you. Identified, climb, flight level 230.
Climb 230, Air Canada 505.
Put some more fixes on here while I'm working away here. Air Canada 505, turn left direct Dovco on course.
Left turn direct Dovco on course, Air Canada 505.
Rouge 2507, contact the tower now, 118.7, have a good night.
187, Rouge 2507, thanks, see ya.
Take care. I'll just read through some of these comments been left on the PMDG forum here. Still got 2 more departures on the ground. 2 more arrivals inbound. First one should be calling me here shortly. The other guy will be about 3 minutes behind him. Looks like he's already in descent, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if these guys will call without a poke, without a nudge. Mostly just a lot of excitement. Few people are asking Spark questions. One person already asked about the blades in the picture, said they didn't look all that three-dimensional. To which somebody said they were a placeholder, which would be good if that's the case, because you want them to look good. Everything about these airplanes is supposed to look good, so the 300 is a good place to start too. Wonder if I have any documentation for the 777. Air Canada 505, go direct tag them.
Direct tag him, Aircan 505, thank you.
All right, I'm going to poke him. He's not calling me soon enough. I'm going to poke them both and see who calls me first. Air Canada 505 Toronto, continue climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Air Canada 505.
Toronto Center Relay, UPS 690 is with you, 310 for 7,000.
UPS 690 Toronto, squawk ident. UPS 690 Heavy, thank you. You're identified descending through 306, continue descent 7,000. Toronto information is Kilo, runway 06 right, altimeter 3005.
Kilo 06 right, 3005, and we'll continue down to 7,000 for UPS 690.
Toronto Center, good evening, Air Country 63 with Kilo for lane 3 arrival.
And Air Canada 263 Toronto, squawk ident, say the altitude again.
We're calling it flight level 240.
And Air Canada 263 squawk ident, please. Air Canada 263, thank you very much. Identified descending through 238, descend 1000, Toronto altimeter 3005. Information Kilo, runway 06 right.
For runway 6 right and descend 11,000 at Count 63.
All right, 6 right. 6 right. Hey. Sure, if you want to do it, go for it. Just let me know when you're ready. Looks like arrival's coming online, which is kind of good because it takes a little bit of the pressure off of me anyways, leaving. All right, now we got a arrival controller, which means I'm going to hand these things off even sooner. Perfect. Well, Tower, I guess you don't have to worry because you'll have an arrival controller now. Okay, I'll bounce it back, no worries. Perfect. All right. Well, in that case, I guess I'm going to pull the plug in a few minutes here because it's about to get really quiet because now Arrival's taking over all of my other fun, which is fine. I think I'm kind of worn out for the day anyways. I've had my fill of controlling for the day, and I just need to just kick back for a few minutes before I go to bed, I think. It's not even as late as I thought it was, actually, but that's okay. Air Canada 263, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Good night.
121.8, good night. Air Canada 263.
Nothing going on up north at all, nothing at all.
Toronto Centre, November 9er 5315, 1300, heading 100.
November 9er 5315, Toronto. Good afternoon or good evening. The terminal controller just came online as you were being switched over, so give him a call on 132.8.
Over to 132.8 for 315.
IFR DA40 heading to Buffalo, heading 100. Yeah, I'm just kind of losing. I'm kind of losing interest.
Air Canada 505, can we step away for about 10-15 minutes?
Air Canada 505 Toronto. I'm actually going to shut it down before that, so you can just switch to the unheard frequency. Surveillance service terminates, and have a good night.
Okay, yeah, we just wanted to go eat dinner, but thanks a lot for your service, Air Canada 505, and hope to catch you on the return. See ya!
Take care. All right, just got to get this UPS over to the arrival controller, and that's it. Not the most exciting stream I ever did. The last one I did was much more exciting. So if you guys haven't watched it before or already, check it out in my YouTube channel. And I think it was the first week of June I did it. I don't even have it up here, but let's pull it up for a second here. When did I do this last stream here? But if you haven't checked it out and you want to see some really not hair raising, but definitely want to see me sweat for a good solid almost 4.5 hours. Yeah, it was from. Looks like it was May 27th is actually when it was. So that was almost, that was about, yeah, it was just a little over 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. That was 4.5 hours of me by myself in Toronto, and it was hectic. And there were large swaths of time where I just did not stop talking for like 20, 30 minutes sometimes. So I'm kind of glad that it was not like that, just because I think my throat would have completely killed me if it had been like that all night long. But yeah, so if you're, yeah, this was definitely not as interesting a session. And part of me is always happy to have other controllers online. Part of me is a little bit not even angry, just a little bit jealous because they've taken some of the business, some of the workload away. And sometimes that's good, and I recognize that that's good. But today was not a day where that was necessarily a good thing. Today was not a day where I needed my workload reduced. My workload's been pretty reasonable all day. Honestly, useless sometimes. UPS 690 Heavy, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Have a good night.
32.8, have a good one.
And with that, I have no airplanes left, so that I am going to pull the plug. All right, so that's it. I'm going to log off now. That was the end of it. It was not terribly exciting, but that's okay. I'm happy to not leave any pilots in the lurch. And yeah, I'm glad to have had some controllers take over. And you know, I'm, again, jealous that they're doing the work, but at the same time happy that the pilots have somebody to talk to so that when I am ready to pull the plug in, I have been kind of just a little bit... maybe bored is the right way, but even just a little bit fatigued too today. So I've just I felt my mind wandering for about the last 30 minutes or so. That yeah, it's probably a good thing to just get out of here and end the stream, terminate the session, pull the plug in, and save my energy for another day. But yeah, stick with me, guys. I'm pretty sure on Tuesday morning, we're going to have ourselves the next Pilots Live stream, which I believe is DCA down to Fort Lauderdale, I believe. It's going to be a daytime stream because I think it's the only time I can really kind of work it in. Just it's yeah, maybe when the kids are off school, I'll be sort of a little bit more flexible again with the times. But yeah, for the time being, this week especially, it's a lot going on. So Tuesday is it. That's it. If I can't do it Tuesday, I don't think it. Maybe I could do it Wednesday, but I think I'd rather do it Tuesday, get it done. Not that I don't want to get done. All right. If anybody has an opinion, please feel free to voice in the Discord. But otherwise, I think Tuesday it'll be. And yeah, that's it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. It was not nearly as exciting as some of them have been in the past, but nevertheless, I still had fun. Still always enjoy controlling it whenever I can. It's summer, so it's definitely less than in the winter. I'm definitely out a little bit more, trying to get some vitamin D, trying to enjoy the sunlight while it's out there. But yeah. Hopefully I'll see you guys out there on the VATSIM skies this week. I'm going to try and do at least one more ATC session this week and definitely get that Pilots live stream in. So in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel at all times. And we will see you guys all out there on the VATSIM skies. Take care and have a great rest of your night.